Hello, CA warriors. How are you all doing? Friends, today we are going to start with a very interesting topic. But, friends, before that, remember the goal of this video is not to go deep into every single concept, but to give you a crisp, exam oriented summary so that you know what is important and how to remember it smartly. This book and video together will act as your perfect self study partner. And I'm super confident, guys, that after this revision, you will be able to solve any MCQ that come your way in the exam. So let's begin this rapid fire revision session. And yes, if you find these notes helpful, don't forget to share them with your friends. Let's start with the very first chapter, that is nature and scope of business economics. Friends, this is the foundation of your subject and help you understand how economics connect with business decisions. So let's begin with the rapid explanations. So friends, we are now studying unit 1, introduction. First question arise is, what is economics and why economics? Friends, the word economics came from two Greek words, that is oiko, meaning house, and nomia, meaning management. Oh, is it? Yes. So basically, economics means house management, or in a broader term, the management of a scarce resources. Now, e- guys, economics deals with how we use limited resources to satisfy unlimited wants, and how we distribute goods and services among the people to reduce inequality and poverty. So economics help country to solve their problems. Oh, so friends, in simple words, economics is all about choices because our wants are unlimited, but resources are limited. Now, view of modern economist. Now, modern economists, the new generation economists, some have broader views than a traditional economist. Okay. According to the modern economist, economics is the study of how we allocate and scarce resources to produce goods and services and distribute them very efficiently to maximize the satisfaction. So it is not about just wealth, it is about making smart decisions for better living and sustainable growth. Oh, now, so modern economists have a broader view now and a huge expectations from the economists, from economic subject. So now the question arises, how economic helps human beings to solve their economic problems? Friends, economics help us to understand and manage real life problems like poverty, now inflation, and unemployment. Oh, yes, it gives us a logical framework to analyze issues and find practical solutions. Now, to analyze the problems and provide practical solutions. For instance, economics help us understand why prices rises, why unemployment happens, and how government policies can control it. So yes, economic does not solve all problems instantly, but it's definitely help us to see problem clearly and act wisely. Now, so guys, economics does not solve all economic problem instantly. Economic does not claim that we will going to solve all the problems, but yes, it definitely help us see problems clearly and act wisely. So now let's hope you understood what is economics and what is the use of the economics. So let's come up with the definitions. Now let's quickly recall two famous definitions, guys. One is Adam Smith's Science of Wealth. Oh, yes. Adam Smith, who is also called as father of economics, stated that economics is an inquiry in the nature and cause of wealth of the nation. Now, Adam Smith focused mainly on production and accumulation of wealth, guys. Oh, means as per Adam Smith, now those countries who are super rich, super powerful, only they are called developed. Means wealth of the nation indicates development. Guys, it is a fact. Means Adam Smith want to say the major duty of the country, of any country, is to become a wealthy and to become a powerful. He have given this definition in the year 1776, which was a era of the war. So powerful countries used to be called developed, wealthy nations. Oh, second definition has been given by Professor Lionel Robbins in 1932. Now, his focus is on economics is nothing but it's a science of choice making and scarcity. Oh, now he have given a different angle to the economics. According to him, economics is a science which study human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which leaves alternative uses. Friends, this is modern definition highlights scarcity and decision making because resources are limited but can be used in a different way. So Robbins definition is more practical. It make economics as a science of choices. So please remember, science of choices has been given by Lionel Robbins and wealth definition has been given by Adam Smith, who is known as father of economics. So now let's come to the scope of economics. Now, friends, economics is divided in two main branches. That is microeconomics, that means small, and macro means large. Let's understand what is the difference. Friends, microeconomics actually focuses on individual units like a consumer, a firm, or a market. It is also known as price theory or value theory. Now, the major theory of microeconomics which you're going to study is in chapter number 2, 3, and 4, that is demand, I can say consumer behavior, demand, supply, production, pricing policies. Now, pricing, cost, study to the firm, individual incomes, etc. These are the popular individual theory of microeconomics. Friends, microeconomics use slicing method or bit by bit approach, means analyzing problem bit by bit. That means microeconomics does not solve the entire problem as a whole. He break the problems, any problem, into a pieces and then solve it one by one. Okay. So friends, it is also said that that's why it's called economics does not microeconomics deals with partial equilibrium because he break the big problem into a part by part and solve it partially to partially. Okay, friends, microeconomics was majorly popularized by Alfred Marshall. That's why you will going to see you have learned that law of demand, law of supply, these all are microeconomics, and microeconomics actually propounded by Marshall. He, because of him, microeconomics has become very popular in the world. Okay, it determines relative prices. And friends, if I talk about business economics, microeconomics help businessmen to solve their internal issues and operational issues because business internal issues are actually individual issues. Oh, so guys, if I take one example, deciding the prices of a product or analyzing one firm's cost structure is actually a microeconomics. So let's understand now macroeconomics. It's opposite of micro. Macroeconomics focuses on economy as a whole, not individual units. It is also known as income theory and aggregative economics. Now, guys, chapter number 6, 7, 8, you will going to learn about macroeconomics. Now, chapter number 6 and all, the best examples, the biggest theory of macroeconomics is national income, employment and growth, inflation. Now, trade and growth, business cycle, saving and investment. These all are national issues. So when economics recognize aggregate issues, national issues, it's called macro theory. You know what? Macroeconomics use lumping methods to solve the problem. Means now micro goes with slicing method, means his microeconomics now handle the big problem. He break the big problem into small pieces. But macroeconomics solve the entire problem as a single problem. It's called lumping. Means analyzing the economy in totality. Oh, guys, macroeconomics deals with general equilibrium, and macroeconomic theories are propounded by J.M. Keynes. J.M. Keynes have majorly J.M. Keynes theories are macroeconomic theory. Okay, now macroeconomic determines absolute prices, and if I talk about business economics, like microeconomics deals with internal issues, solve internal issues and operational issues of the businesses. Macroeconomics solve external issues and entire environmental issues of the businesses. Oh, so now you feel going to feel कि micro and macroeconomics are actually opposite to each other. So friends, now if I take one line example to make you understand in a one line, simply I can say that micros economics study the tree, but macroeconomics study the forest. Oh, what a relatable example. But guys, actually, if you're going to see, in reality, they are not opposite to each other. Both are complementary to each other. Oh, without micro, macroeconomics is not possible, and without macro, microeconomics is not possible. Both are useless with each other, without each other. Okay, so hope you understood micro and macro. So now, after understanding the microeconomics, macroeconomics, and economics, now next question arises in the mind is, sir, this economics is either a science or an art. Guys, economics is actually both science as well as art. How come? Now, understand, as a science, it study facts, relationships, and cause and effect patterns. Oh, so in a methodology, it is a science. Obviously, it is not a perfect science, but it is a science. And as an art, it applies those theories to achieve goals like growth, employment, and welfare. Means economics is an art in its applications. Oh, so to understand the problems, now it is a science. But to come up with the solutions to solve the problems, it is an art. So, for example, studying employment is a science, but making a policies to reduce unemployment is an art. So economics teaches both understandings and applications. Okay, hence we can conclude that economics is both science and art. So now you understood economics as science also as well as art also. If I tell you it is a science, then which type of science it is? Now, it is not a perfect science, but guys, economics is positive science or a normative science. Economics is both positive and normative. But what is positive science or pure science and normative science? Let's understand one by one. Positive science deals with what is, that is facts and reality. Means positive science help us to explain situation without giving any opinions. That means positive science deals with fact and it does not entertain any kind of value judgments. It does not pass any value judgments. Oh, for example, I can say now India's inflation rate is 6%. So it is based on data, it is based on facts. So positive science is deals about facts. Okay, guys, positive science approach is actually developed by Lionel Robbins. Now, what Lionel Robbins says that The job of the economist is not to solve the problems, but to declare what the problem is. And indicating the problem is actually a fact. But solution will not be given because solutions are always assumptions. So that's why he said that positive science is not concerned with welfare proposition because they does not provide advice. They just indicate what problem is, and problems are always based on facts. Okay, so they does not pass value judgment. That's why Lionel Robbins says economics should always be neutral. Because when you give advice to someone, actually you are giving some judgments, which become a normative science. Just give the facts. That's all. Oh, so what is normative science? Normative science is indicates what ought to be. Means it gives value-based suggestions or judgments. And when I say people give judgments, means it is based not based on facts, it is based on assumptions. And you know what? This approach of normative science is actually developed by Alfred Marshall. You have studied law of demand, law of supply, utility. You know all the laws are based on lots of assumptions. That is ceteris paribus. Other factors should remain constant. And that's why people can argue on that law, right? So judgments are arguments. But in a positive science, no arguments are possible because it is based on fact, right? So example I can take is, guys, when I say in India unemployment is of 6%, it is a fact. This statement is a positive statement. But when I say government should reduce inflations, so I'm giving some value judgments, I'm giving some advices. Now it is a normative science. Oh, so friends, normative science is basically now finding the solutions to the problem. Means normative science is actually connected with the welfare prepositions. Okay, positive science is not connected with the welfare prepositions. So friends, conclusion is positive science tells us what is happening. Normative science tells what should be done. It's advisory. That's why economics is both positive as well as normative. Yes, guys. Friends, economics is both positive as well as normative. Reason, both the sciences are required. To understand the problem, I need facts, positive science. And to come up with the solutions, I need judgments, that is normative science. Oh, so both the sciences are important in their places. Yes. So this is what we studied economics is. But our objective is to understand what is business economics, or I can say managerial economics. So now coming to the part of business economics, guys, friends, business economics is nothing but it is said that it is an application of economics theories to the real business situations and decisions. Oh, yes. It helps manager guys to decide how to use limited resources efficiently and to achieve maximum profits. For example, deciding product prices, estimating demand now, or reducing the cost all are a part of business economics. So in one line, I can say that business economics is equal to economics is in action taken for betterment of the business. So business economics is actually a applied economics. Okay. Now, so hope you understood the business economics. Let's understand nature of business economics. There are 5 points you have to understand. First is business economics is both science as well as an art. Of course, when you're applying economics theory now into a business, it becomes business economics. So when economics is a science and art, business economics will also be a science and art both because it applies theory to practice. Theory means science, art means practice. Am I correct? Yes. Now, business economics is based on microeconomics analysis as well as it is also based on macroeconomics analysis because it uses both internal and external factors. Business economics is actually affected by internal factors and external factors. To solve internal problems, micro theories are applied, and to solve external problems, now macro theories are applied. Okay, guys, business economics is practical as well as pragmatic in approach. That means it focuses on real world applications and not the theory alone. Oh, friends, business economics is also multidisciplinary or interdisciplinary in nature. That means it uses tools of mathematics, statistics, finance, and management to solve various types of problems and to achieve goals, that is of maximizing profit and ensuring efficiency. So friends, basically business economics is all about data-based decisions making for a real results. Hope you understood the nature. So this is my for unit number 1 is over. But before we wind up, let's do a final recap in a one liner. So, first, what is economics? It is a science of scarcity and choices. Adam Smith have focused on wealth focused view, and Lionel Robbins modern view, that is scarcity, choices, or alternative uses. Microeconomics and macroeconomics. Microeconomics is an individual analysis. Now it talks about firm, product, and pricing. But macroeconomics is an aggregative analysis. It talks about income, employment, and inflation. Now, friends, what is economics is actually a science plus art, as well as economics is positive plus normative. Friends, business economics means practical uses of economics theory for a business decisions. And nature of business economics is goal oriented, efficient use of resources for maximum profits. So this is our full chapter, short, clear, and conceptually strong. Hope you understood. Friends, read it once again confidently and proceed further. Hope you got it. So that's it, my dear students. This was your quick revision session. Simple words, clear concept. Now there is no room for confusion. If you understood everything in one go, say yes, sir, and give it one more quick revision. Remember, smart study is the best strategy. Keep revising, stay confident, and believe in your preparation. And don't forget to tell your friends that these notes are total exam lifesaver. Stay consistent, stay motivated, and I will see you in the next rapid fire revision.